Hey guys, Commando AG here, and welcome to 100 plus attrition with every gun in Titanfall. In this video, I'm going to be using the car submachine gun. And if this isn't the second best gun behind the carbine, it's probably the third. This is one of the best guns in Titanfall, in my opinion. I believe it outclasses the R97. It might have a slower rate of fire, but it definitely kills faster. And I feel it's a little bit more accurate. Especially if you throw on the extended mag or even the counterweight, you can do well with this gun. I think anybody can do well with this gun. And you'll notice here I'm using the iron sights too, and the iron sights are great on this weapon. And you'll notice that I'm playing Boneyard, and this is not exactly the best map to use this gun. Lots of long lines of sight, but I try to stick to the gunfights that I can win. And that's something I kind of want to talk about is the maps of Titanfall. The maps, I feel as though all the maps are good. No, I wouldn't say there's lots of great maps. I know in Call of Duty everybody complains about how big the maps are, but in Titanfall you need big maps. If you don't have big maps, then the Titans can't go anywhere. So it only makes sense that the maps are big. I mean, this game is based on movement and staying active, so big maps don't really cause that much camping. But I feel as though there's not a lot of small maps. Just to name off one, Demeter is the smallest map in the game, I think. And that is the one, the big blue building in the middle. And, you know, there's lots of room to run outside that big middle building in that map. And I feel as though the DLC just came out for Xbox 360, and the DLC maps are good. But again, there's not a lot of small maps, and it's weird to me that the variety of maps, the maps are definitely different, but the size stays relatively the same. And how it plays stays relatively the same. I feel as though a really small map could really help with the really fast gameplay and the the movement style. I mean, could you imagine how fast attrition game could go? I mean, this map, 7.5 minutes is probably about average, if not a little bit slower than normal. And I feel as though a smaller map could play with this game style, even with the Titans. Small maps don't necessarily have to be, anti-Titan, but a lot of people complain that there's not a lot of pilot-on-pilot action because, the maps are so big. 6-on-6 games, the chances of finding a pilot are slim compared to finding a Grunt or a Titan or a Spectre. And a small map could really help with this. And there, I pick up the double kill. As I was just saying, how you can't find pilots, right? And I feel as though a small map would really suit. I'm not talking, a nuke town, Call of Duty size map. There's a difference in the maps between Call of Duty and Titanfall. I like to compare Titanfall and Call of Duty just because those are games that a lot of people are familiar with. It's a game that I am very familiar with. And the maps, I feel, again, what do you guys feel about the maps? I enjoy all the maps. There isn't a map that I don't like. Even the DLC maps, I enjoy all the maps. And I just feel as though the size of the map, again, are all the same and relatively, I don't want to say slow, but it's not pilot-on-pilot action. In this game, I get 15 kills. That's, quite a lot for an attrition game. I mean, I have gotten more, and I've gotten much less. But for the average Joe Schmo, about 8 kills a match is pretty average, I would say. And 8 kills on an actual person throughout an entire game seems a little bit low to me. If you played Team Deathmatch in Call of Duty, 6 divided by 75, which was the score limit, would be about, 12. So if everybody got 12 kills on your team, then then the game would end. So what is the fix to this? I mean, it's obviously a little bit smaller maps, less grunts, not necessarily less room for Titans, but maybe less open spaces for Titans, maybe more narrow, direct hallways for Titans. And again, this game is awesome, and I love this game, but I will agree that there's not a lot of pilot-on-pilot action. You really have to pilot hunt, which is one of my strategies. If I see a big red dot on the mini-map, I'm going to head towards it. And I feel as though the score limit is great, the gameplay is great, you're constantly shooting something, but it's hardly ever an actual person or a pilot. And I mean, that's something that they can definitely fix. That's something that they can definitely add to the game through DLC. And I wouldn't mind, maybe a gun DLC too. But this game will definitely stick around for a while in my book. Again, how do you guys feel about the maps? How do you guys feel about this series? Feel free to leave it down in the comments. Still got a minute to talk though, so I have been posting these gameplays, and I'm noticing there's a lot higher view counts, and that's great for me. But I noticed that there's a lack of interaction, I guess, via comments, or even there's a lack of yays or nays for the series. And feel free to leave down a comment if you like the series, or if you don't like the series. Feel free to put down a like or a dislike if you like it or don't like it. The more info I have about your guys' opinions or what you think I should do with my YouTube channel is definitely taken into account whenever you leave down a comment or a like or a dislike. So thanks again for watching, guys. Again, 100+ attrition with every gun should be coming out about once a week. See you guys later. Peace.